Hello, everyone. Bleeding Blue Podcast, episode 7. We are back with you guys today for another episode. The pod, a big week. We just had very exciting, very intense. Ryan, our Bills are going into the playoffs.
They sure are.
Say,
They
and
sure are.
a little bit of fire too. We just beat the Dolphins last night, and gotta say, it felt pretty good. Especially the best part to think about that, and I think you can agree with this, is after the game, you head on over to Twitter and you check those NJ Tank videos at NJ
Yep.
Tank videos, and you see him, just absolutely distraught, man. I have never seen somebody there's a couple of videos where he's angry, like he's full blown, plenty of videos actually, but last night he was pissed, and I knew he was going to be pissed, and I'm sure you did too.
Oh yeah. I like it's like no matter what, even if they win, like that same with the Devils too. Like
Yeah,
when he's at Devils games or like he's watching them, it's the same thing, man. Even if they win by like 3 goals, he's still mad at them.
yeah. No,
He's still
like
mad at the team.
you're right. Even like because he's a bigger. I think out of all the teams he cheers for, so he cheers on like it's the Knicks. I think I'm pretty sure like that's the basketball
Yeah,
team.
it's the Knicks, the Mets,
Mets.
Devils, and Dolphins.
Yeah, but I think he's the biggest fan of the Mets for sure. Like he knows
Yeah, yeah.
about baseball. But yeah, no, like I rarely ever see him happy. I think last year in 2022, the Mets were pretty good. There's a couple of videos where he's like, "This team is different. This team is different." And do you believe it? Who knows? The next day, he's like, "The Fable, the fucking Fable."
Yeah.
Yeah, well, he's a
We
great.
love we love we love Frank though. We love Frank
We do.
no
It'd
matter what.
be awesome to have him on this podcast. Honestly,
Yeah.
that'd be very cool. If the Jays ever face the Mets or something, or Leafs
Frank's a beauty.
Devils, yeah. But no, it was a great weekend. We can get into that game though first. Like last night, first of all, I have a question though. Did you watch you watched a bit of the Golden Globes, right?
Yeah, I was flipping back and forth when it was on like commercials and shit.
I just have to say, like that host last night. I don't know if you saw his
You
full.
don't like Joe Coy?
No, bro. I mean, I don't
No?
know much about him other than that monologue last night. That
No, I feel like his like jokes were kind of like
they're gross.
they're not good. Obviously, because it's
He's
it's it's
not.
a it's national audience, so they have to be kind of toned down a little bit because it's a national audience. He can't. It's not like a Netflix special or he's at like a private audience where he can say whatever the fuck he wants, right?
Yeah.
But like there
My
was like that Taylor Swift joke was kind of funny.
I
That Taylor Swift joke was kind of funny. Do you
no,
see that?
right. Yeah, no, I thought it
Yeah.
was funny. It was Taylor Swift's reaction that makes the joke kind of ruined. It's like because she's super pissed off about it. That's like
Yeah.
if she is, who knows? Maybe she's joking. But the issue is like he got 10 days to prepare for it, from what I heard. And
Yeah, that's
what he
not a lot of time.
no, it's
It's
not.
because they were looking everywhere for
They,
people.
no, people backed out a ton. So then they just found this guy, and yeah, jokes didn't land, and he's getting pissed on stage because like he's just bombing. He totally bombed. Hard to watch. Weird jokes, like just about like there were the one about Margot Robbie and Barbie, and saying like this movie's just about plastic dolls with big boobies, and then everyone's like, yeah,
Yeah.
and you just like you have to cringe. It was almost as bad as Chris Rock getting slapped in the face by Will Smith, to tell you the truth.
No, but like that joke, that was an amazing joke. The GI Jane, that's an amazing joke. See, you got to be like when you're a comedian, you got to go out there.
Hilarious. Chris Rock,
Yeah.
bro.
But like when you're conservative, like Joe Coy was last night, like it's gonna bomb, right? You got to be like Ricky Gervais, for example. Whenever he was the host, he was incredible because he just say whatever the fuck he wanted to say.
Yeah.
Now he can't do that anymore because obviously it was his last hurrah where he in what was it 2019
I think
2020 that year he was going off on everybody. He was going Epstein jokes. He was
oh yeah.
talking about I forgot what else he was talking about, but he was going off on everybody. He was talking about Dame Judy Dench or
Hosting
whatever
Helen,
licking
yeah.
her. Yeah, yeah. So it's he was going off on everybody. So he obviously he can't come back, but they're trying to tone down they're trying to censor these jokes for hosts of like award shows.
I think you're right. It's not as he did not get as much, say in what he was saying as well. Like it's a group of it's obviously every time like a host like somebody is hosting, it's a group of writers that are also making jokes. Some of the jokes they write, and then some of the jokes other people write. But in like you see with Ricky Gervais, he's going to get a ton of leeway on what he's going to put into the show. Whereas Joe Coy is like, there's nothing there for him. He just kept bombing.
Yeah.
Like you could see him on there, like just like, oh my gosh, this is so stupid. Which it was. It was.
Yeah.
No. But anyways, yeah, no, I just had to bring that up because that was a big part of last night as well of him bombing.
Yeah.
Big in the news. But yeah, no, it was good to, go from a Bills game back and forth to the Golden Globes. Bills first half, fucking shit. Second half.
Yeah. Yeah.
You tell me.
So first half, obviously, offensive problems. Defense was consistent. It's hard to stop Tyreek Hill.
Yeah.
He's the fastest motherfucker in the world. So it's like, he can run routes. He can fucking catch the ball. So it's kind of tough to stop him. The Bill defense was consistent all night.
No,
Only
yeah.
14 points allowed against the Dolphins offense, who are obviously up there in the league. So we played solid defensively. Offense struggling in the first half. We kind of had that chance at the end of the second quarter where we got stopped at the 1 yard line, had no timeouts or time, so to spike the ball. But overall, it was not a good first half. And then second half, this is kind of usually what I'm seeing from with Buffalo when it comes to kind of struggle in one half, and then the next half we kind of turn it up a little bit, and then
like in pressure situations, that's when Josh Allen performs the best. I feel.
Yeah, definitely when he's under clock, like he doesn't have that much time. That's when he starts to make the deciding throws.
And you think that is because he's not necessarily overthinking it rather than just doing, is that you think that's an issue with him?
100%, man. Like when he has time, he doesn't know what to do with it because like he just wants to make the big plays, as you could see from last night.
Mm-hmm.
Like when that interception in the end zone, actually there's two, but the one where he was like at I can't remember what, it was like the 5 yard line, and he threw that pass to Gabe Davis. He was getting blitzed by like 6 guys, right? He has to throw the ball away, but he decides to throw it right where Gabe Davis is, and he's not even looking.
Yeah.
Davis has not even finished the route yet. Yeah. So like he needs to, like in those situations, he's got to learn like to throw the ball away. Like I hope this week he's with like McDermott or Joe Brady, the offensive coordinator. They're looking at these plays and like they're saying, you got to stop doing this.
Yeah.
Because against the Steelers next week, they're a better defense than the Dolphins, and they can capitalize on those, especially in the playoffs. Any team can capitalize on those turnovers, right? So he's got to be smart with the ball, especially in the first half when we get started off well, and we got to set the tone for the next half, right? So I think just Josh needs to figure that out for the playoffs moving ahead, right?
What's your confidence level in this team then?
No, I feel confident. Like Josh always performed in playoffs. I don't think he's had one bad game in the playoffs.
Really?
No, I don't think so. Like I think the divisional game, like I don't think he was the problem. It was tough weather, right? It was snowy, and you can't really blame him that much. Yeah. But like all the other games, he was lights out.
Yeah.
Like obviously he's throwing picks and shit, but that's like, that comes with him when it comes to playing, right? So he's bound to throw one every game, but like that, not last year, but the year before that when they played Kansas City in the divisional playoff game, that was like both those games when they played New England and Kansas City, that he was the best quarterback in the league at that moment, I felt.
Damn.
Him and Mahomes going back and forth in that game like that. Like
Yeah.
when he needs to win,
He's making those
he's
passes. Yeah.
oh yeah.
Yeah. No,
Playoff time, he comes to play, man. He
well,
comes to
that's
play.
good.
So
Let's hope it does.
I'm not that worried, especially since we're playing the seventh seed
Yeah.
and the Steelers, who have been struggling all year long. They kind of win these tough games. They're not they're not blowing out teams. They're winning one score games against solid teams. But the Ravens, they beat the Ravens on Saturday, who sat Lamar Jackson and all their starters who
Oh,
are
yeah.
going to rest for a couple weeks. So it's not really that. I wouldn't consider that a big win. Obviously, the Ravens with Tyler Huntley, the backup quarterback, they're gonna still be solid, right?
Yeah.
They had like half of their starters playing, I think. So they're obviously playing a strong team, but like it's nothing without Lamar Jackson, who is the front runner for MVP. So I'm not like, obviously I'm confident that they're gonna win, but I'm not like, it's not gonna be like a blowout.
Yeah.
But
No,
we'll get into the
actually,
NFL playoffs. Or do you want to do that right now?
I think,
Or do
yeah,
you want to continue talking about the
why
Bills?
not go right into it because we're talking about we're talking about the Bills right now and how they're going to look like in the playoffs. But to get it started, yeah. So your idea was that we would do a playoff prediction of the wild card seeds right now and see who we think is going to win those. Obviously, you have a much larger knowledge of football than I do, so some of these decisions and reasons for these decisions might seem a little bit ridiculous, but yeah, we'll see.
That's what makes it interesting, man.
Yeah,
That's what makes it interesting.
yeah,
Maybe the person who has the less knowledge of the sport might make the better picks. You never know.
you see that happen so many
That's what the
times.
playoffs, man. You never know what could happen.
You see that happen all the time where somebody thinks they know everything about something and they bet on that team to win, and then the other team wins because this guy just likes the color of their jersey. So
Yeah.
that's the way it goes sometimes.
Yeah, like fantasy football with me every year. I feel like I'm gonna win it. I do so well in the regular season, and then I get fucked in the playoffs.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Yeah. So, all right. Well, so do you want to go first to start it off, or do you want?
yeah. Let's do it. Yeah, I'll go first. Sure.
Okay.
So we'll just go in order of when the teams are playing.
Okay.
So just in order. So first game is the Browns against the Texans. The Browns are favored to win the game. They're minus 142 money line against the Texans, who are both teams very strong, on fire coming into the playoffs. Obviously, the Browns didn't play their starters last week because they had the confirmed 5 seed. Both teams, I feel, could win this game. This is going to be one of my headliners, like one of the games I'll be paying close attention to this weekend. But personally, I feel like Joe Flacco, he's the quarterback of the Browns. He's got that confidence. He's won the Super Bowl before. He's been in the playoffs multiple times. CJ Stroud, the quarterback of the Texans, his first year, rookie quarterback, doesn't know what to expect in the playoffs. Texans are a younger team than that compared to the Browns. I got the Browns winning it I'd say by a touchdown.
By a
I
touchdown.
think the
Okay.
Browns take it. I think the Browns take it.
Okay. So I'm going the other way around. I was going to go with the Cleveland Browns because I like the name Cleveland Brown from Family Guy. They have the same name as Cleveland Brown. So I thought, but then I realized I got family from close to Houston, and
Okay.
I don't even know if they're Houston Texan fans. I mean, the last few years, I feel like they've been not a good team. Like last year, they were not a good team. It's usually Dallas that is the team like of Texas. Is Dallas usually the team that's like just always bad.
Yeah. They're still called America's team.
Yeah.
That's their nickname. So
So there you go.
be
So
that as you may.
I'm going Houston, the underdogs, I feel. I'm gonna go Houston because I got family down.
Okay.
Yeah. So and I'll be cheering them.
I'm not mad at that. It could go either way.
Yeah, that's the way sports. It goes one way or the other. But yeah, okay. So next one, Dolphin and Chiefs, right?
Another big one. Dolphins obviously coming off that tough loss. They're probably going to have Mostert and Waddle, 2 big offensive weapons coming back next week. Chiefs obviously rested last week. Mahomes, Kelsey. I don't know, man. Tua, second playoff game, heading into Arrowhead. The conditions are not going to be good for this game. It's looking like it's going to be like 10 degrees Fahrenheit, lots of snow before the game, and I think during the game, it's going to be a tough environment. Night game too, which also makes it a bit colder. Obviously, Miami, hot weather. They're not used to these types of conditions as Kansas City is. I think Kansas City rolls over them, man. I think they do. I know the Chiefs have not been consistent lately when it comes to winning games, but Mahomes in the playoffs, 2 Super Bowls. I got to go with them, man. I got to go with them. They're just it's tough. It's tough to beat them in the playoffs as a Bills fan. Tough to beat them. So I'm going to go with the Chiefs.
All right. So I'm going actually the other way around for this one. So I am going Dolphins. I'm going Dolphins because as a person, big fan of Universal Studios and Disney theme parks, and since the Dolphins are based in Florida, I'm going to have to go with them. I've had a lot of great memories. I haven't had any great memories in Kansas City. So the Florida Dolphins or the Miami Dolphins also, they're that team in Ace Ventura that where the dolphin goes missing. So I'm going to go Dolphins all the way. And also at third point, their coach, he's a funny looking guy. He does not look like a football coach at all. He's very
hot take. Yeah. I hate that fucking guy. I hate him. Everyone loves him. I fucking hate him. He's so cringy. He's so cringy. I hate him. I hate him.
You know who he reminds me of?
There's something about him.
Kieran Culkin, like the brother.
Really?
Yeah, because they're both like tiny little guys, and they're like,
oh, like Fuller from Home Alone, like that Kieran Culkin. Okay, all right.
What's the other Kieran Culkin? Is there another Kieran Culkin?
No, I thought you meant like of the version of him.
Oh yeah, no, like his personality is Anyway, but yeah,
okay.
Was he a coach or something, or did he play football before, or what?
Kieran Culkin?
No.
Oh. no, you mean the coach that okay. Yeah. No. He did coach. Like he was a coach for the Broncos, I think.
Yeah.
He was like a defensive coordinator or something like that.
But did he ever play football before? Because he does not look
I'm not entirely sure. No.
Yeah. Does not look like a coach. Like
he has like football ties. Like he's coached multiple teams, obviously. You have to coach multiple teams.
Like
yeah.
That's funny. But yeah, no, I'm going Dolphins, and you know
let's save the Bills game for last. Let's go to the NFC. Let's go to the NFC for now.
What's that, Cowboys?
All right. Okay? Yeah, so we'll go. Yeah, we got Cowboys versus the Packers. Big game.
Okay.
Obviously, 2 storied franchises in the NFL. Obviously, they've had some playoff matchups that have not ended in the Cowboys' favor. If you know, you know. Cowboys are heavily favored. I think they're favored by like 8 points. And obviously in Dallas at AT&T Stadium, Dallas plays amazing. I think they've only lost. I don't think they've lost this year at home. They love playing in Dallas. Green Bay's on a hot streak right now. Just came off that win against Chicago, who is playing strong this year as well. I don't know, man. I think this is going to be another close game. A lot of these games this year in the playoffs are going to be close. But I feel like Dallas at home, Dak Prescott, CeeDee Lamb is probably, him and Tyreek are probably the best receivers in the league right now. I think I got to go Dallas by just a little bit, though. I think it's going to be like a field goal, less than a touchdown, like a 4 or 5 point game. It's going to be close, but I got Dallas winning.
Okay.
It's going to be close, though.
So I'm agree with you actually on that one. So
okay.
My reason behind this, so it's not because I'm a Dallas Cowboys fan. It's because I absolutely hate the Green Bay Packers.
Really?
Yeah, no. Well, first of all, it's the city of cheese, and I fucking hate cheese, or state of cheese. So it's that's why they wear all the cheese. It's because it's the highest produced amount of cheese or whatever
in that research for this.
I did, and so I think cheese is the most disgusting possible thing out there. It is the most it smells disgusting, it tastes disgusting. I love pizza, but it is the most disgusting thing. And since Green Bay, the Packers associate that with that, Milwaukee Brewers, they associate with cheese. I'm not up with cheese, bro. So I'm gonna go with the Dallas Cowboys.
How much do you think Dallas is going to win by? How much?
Okay. I think it's gonna be an absolute blowout. Dallas is gonna
Okay.
absolutely kill Green Bay. Green Bay doesn't know what's coming for them. They had that bum fucking Aaron Rodgers. He's his essence, like aura is still with that team just a little bit, and I think he's like he was the cancer that was on that team, and now
wow.
it's still
Bold take there. Bold take.
no, I
But
know.
I like the reasoning. Okay, that's fine. No,
Yeah.
I could definitely see Dallas blowing out Green Bay because Dallas at home is their strong team when they're at home.
And
Now this game Sunday night, Rams Lions, amazing storyline coming up. Jared Goff, former quarterback of the Rams, now plays for Detroit, playing against his former team at home. First Detroit Lions home game in like 30 years in the playoffs. And then you got Matt Stafford, who played for the Lions for almost 15 years. Plays for the Rams now, won a Super Bowl with the Rams 2 years ago, is now coming back to Detroit to play them in the playoffs in their first home game in 30 years. What a storyline. Another close game when it comes to spread. I think the Lions are favored by 3 points, 3.5 points. It's going to be a close game. The Rams are hot right now. They are hot. They have won, I think, their last 4 or 5 games.
Damn.
Obviously, the rest of their starters last week because they confirmed the playoff spot. But they got Matthew Stafford slinging it, man. They got Cooper Kupp, Puka Nacua, 2 of the elite receivers in the game right now. Kyron Williams, elite running back, rookie running back. They got Aaron Donald, who's been in the league for forever, but he can still play defense, man. They got a strong team. Lions as well, strong team. Amon-Ra St. Brown, another elite wide receiver. Jared Goff, though, he struggles. He's been struggling a bit in the last couple of games. It's going to be a close one, but I think Matthew Stafford pulls off the upset against his former team. I got the Rams by a field goal. Give me the Rams.
Ooh. Damn.
Yeah.
Okay.
Give me the Rams.
Okay. I'm going the other way because I love a good underdog story. You know, Detroit, it's been a tough ride for them sports wise. Actually, aside from the Red Wings like they're consistent.
Yeah, they're a storied franchise. Yeah.
They're good.
Yeah.
And but Pistons are dog shit. Lions have not good at all. And so I'm gonna go with our Detroit Lions. Also, because it's such a beautiful city as well. As it's also I don't know. I went there last year, and so I'm gonna go with the Detroit Lions and my time there. Actually, you know what? Detroit has been. It's like statistically known that I don't know who told me this that ever since the Detroit Lions have been playing well, crime has gone down in Detroit. So
that's good. Good for the Lions, man.
Can't have
killing 2 birds with 1 stone right there.
Yeah, and I like the Detroit Tigers as a team as well. Not really that has anything to do with it, but the Tigers have been
great, just great sports town. Great sports town, Detroit.
Yeah,
great sports town.
You already know. So I'm going Detroit. I'd like to see them win. I'd like to see maybe.
Yeah, I'd like to see them. I'd like to see them win as well. I like the Lions as well.
Yeah.
Now next game, Monday night. This is probably the worst game of the weekend or the week, whatever, the wild card week. Yeah. Eagles playing the Buccaneers. I think the Eagles are favored by 3 points. They are away to the Bucs. This is not going to be a fun game to watch. Eagles are struggling. They started off 10-1, and now they They were now 1-5 in their last 6 games.
Damn, bro.
And the game that they won, they struggled against the Giants team, who have been playing shit this year. Buccaneers just came off a 9-0 win against the worst team in the league, the Carolina Panthers. They are not looking very strong right now offensively. Um, this is going to be a battle. I'm definitely taking the under. That's for sure in this game. I don't think either offense is going to be producing that well. Um, Obviously, Hurts has playoff experience. Went to the Super Bowl last year with the Eagles. Baker Mayfield, he's won a playoff game with the Browns a couple years ago. Bucks, obviously, Mike Evans, great wide receiver, Chris Godwin as well. They have a solid defense, sneaky defense, I think, that could stop the Eagles. But I feel like the Eagles have more firepower when it comes to defensive players and offensive players. A.J. Brown, Devontae Smith, DeAndre Swift at running back. It's going to be a close one. It's going to be a grindy game, low scoring, but I'm going to go with the Eagles by a field goal or a touchdown.
All right. That's a good one. I mean, yeah, I don't think it's going to be I think you're right about it not being a fun game because these teams haven't been both have not been good so far. But you know what? Philadelphia, I'm going with the Eagles because as well as you. So one, because I cannot stand the Tampa Bay Lightning or the Tampa Bay Rays. They are one of the most annoying, just dirty, dirty.
Yep.
But the Tampa Bay Rays are also they have that fucking loser Wander Franco not on their team anymore. And they're just one of those teams that for some reason finds a way to make the playoffs and be so annoying, even though it does not make sense that their players do so well. It's all luck, I think. They're a team. They're a bunch of frauds, and so I'm going the Eagles. Also, Philadelphia Eagles. It's the city of brotherly love.
Yep. Another great sports town.
Got a great sports town. The Phillies are a wagon. The Flyers are a wagon. The Eagles are a wagon. The 76ers are a wagon. So I'm going Eagles all the way. I'd like to see them win. You got Jason Kelce, who's the most likable player in the NFL. So, actually, I don't know. Is that a hot take?
No, not at all. Everyone loves Jason Kelce.
Yeah.
Everyone loves Jason Kelce.
So
if you hate Jason Kelce, don't talk to me. Dude,
Kelce.
If you watch the there's a Kelce, like the Kelce brothers, they have a documentary on Prime. He's got to be one of the like coolest dudes ever, man. And their family as well, like his wife and like their whole family is amazing. Like the mom as well, Travis and Jason's mom.
Yeah.
She's amazing as well. Like it's a great family. Yeah.
So there you go. Right.
I like it. Yeah, I like that take.
There you go. So I'm saying, Eagles over Bucks for that.
All right.
And last but not least, we got our Bills versus the Steelers. All right. What do you think?
So obviously on paper, this is the highest spread out of all the games this weekend. Bills are favored by, I think last time I saw it, it was 10 points.
Whew.
Tough weather. Yeah. Big spread. Tough. It's gonna be tough weather as well. I looked at the forecast in old Orchard Park, New York. It's gonna be like -6 Celsius and snow. So it is gonna be it's gonna be tough weather, a lot of running, a lot of run game, which the Steelers excel at. They got Najee Harris, Jaylen Warren, two solid running backs. Obviously their passing game is strong with George Pickens and Deontay Johnson.
Yeah.
But they have Mason Rudolph at quarterback, who is, I think he's the third string, or am I wrong? He's the backup of the third string to Kenny Pickett. Yeah, he was the third string because they had Mitchell Trubisky and he's shite, so they had to bring in Mason Rudolph instead of him. So I think it's going to be close. People are thinking, the Bills are on a hot streak, obviously winning 5 in a row. They're going to come in guns blazing, destroy the Steelers. But it's the playoffs. It's going to be a close game. There's rarely any blowouts in the playoffs, especially in these conditions. It's definitely not going to be a blowout on either side. But obviously, it's Josh Allen, man. Josh Allen in the playoffs, he performs. He performs when he needs to. So I got the Bills by either. I think 7 to 10 points is going to be low scoring. I think I got my prediction being like 24 to like 13, maybe, or like 20 to 13. That's kind of like my guess. It's gonna be a lot of field goals, but I feel like the run, like James Cook, Leonard Fournette. Leonard Fournette, he's kind of like the sneaky running back. They've had him on the practice squad, on the Bills practice squad. He's come up for a couple of games in the regular season. But in the playoffs, if you know Leonard Fournette, he is amazing in the playoffs. That's kind of why the Bills picked him up. So yeah, I got the Bills winning.
Nice.
I got him. Yeah. I mean, that
I
was pretty obvious choice.
I mean, what else can I say? It's gonna be the Bills. I do not think it's gonna be blowout. I'm gonna guess I didn't really guess the score for the other ones, but I'm gonna guess the score is gonna be 28. No, make that 35 to 31 against uh and that'll be the Bills winning. Right there.
Okay.
That's what I'm saying is gonna happen.
What's your reasoning behind that? What is your
I'm gonna say, okay, so the Bills are going to win one because again, I have always seen the Bills as an underdog, and you want them to be an underdog. In New York, I feel like they're an underdog team just because they're not as they're the only national sports team in Buffalo. Considering there's only you got the Bisons, which is a AAA associate.
Yeah, the Sabres though. Sabres.
You're right. I just completely forgot about the Sabres. Yeah, but they suck. You don't even care about
No, but like, I see what you're saying. Like in terms of the NFL,
it.
they're not a big market team.
And they're not a big market team. You don't hear about them often. And you know what? Josh Allen is also the man too, and
Yep.
he's like one of those guys. He just like he's slowly, turning into one of those just idols that he is the face of the franchise, obviously. And I think
Oh, 100%.
because of him, I think they're going to win, and he's gonna be the reason they win that game. I think. And as you were saying before about the how he shows up in the playoffs, I think he's going to absolutely just pummel the team,
Mm-hmm.
pummel the Steelers. And again, it's home. He's got that advantage. Knowing what how you have to play in that stadium and the conditions. So yeah, I'm gonna be taking our Billies over the Steelers. I'd rather.
We've set up. Yeah, I like that.
Yeah.
I like that a lot. We have set up some interesting divisional matchups for not next week, but the week after that. We have for you. I've looked at this prediction here, Super Bowl challenge. You have Miami playing Baltimore, who is the number 1 seed in the AFC. That'll be an interesting game if Miami pulls off that defeat. Then
Yep.
you have Houston going into Buffalo for the divisional matchup, which will be interesting. CJ Stroud against Josh Allen in the cold weather. Then we have you have Detroit going into Dallas for that rematch of Detroit versus Dallas, which will be very interesting.
Yep.
If that goes through. And then you have the Eagles going into San Fran to play the number 1 seed in the NFC, the San Francisco 49ers. Another rematch of the regular season as the 49ers decimated the Eagles earlier this year. So that's going to be another interesting rematch in the NFC. I think your predictions are good.
Hey, let's go.
I like all your picks. I like all your picks personally as a football fanatic. But yeah, mine. I got the Joe Flacco returning to Baltimore to play the Ravens. That'll be an interesting matchup. And then I have Kansas City, Patrick Mahomes playing his first away game in the playoffs in Buffalo, which will be, oh my God, if that happens, bro, that is going to be game of the weekend.
Yeah.
And then I have,
Could be.
what's that?
Could be the game of the year.
Yeah, if that does go through. And then I have the Eagles going into Dallas to play the Cowboys again for the 3rd time this year. That would be an interesting rematch. Obviously, they went 1-1 throughout the regular season, obviously division rivals. And then I have the Rams going into the 49ers, another divisional rivalry, playing for the 3rd time this year.
We'll see.
So yeah, some good divisional matchups here that we've created. So yeah,
Nice. All right.
let's steer away from the NFL. Let's get into some Leaf talk. A
Yeah,
good week
I
for the
know.
Leafs.
Let's. You know what? We had a great weekend for the Bills, and it was good for our Billies. But you know what? It was even better this past week for the
Yeah,
Leafs, who actually, you know what? After having a fucking pathetic week, the week
yeah,
before, come in here, go 3-0. A game. I mean, obviously, games against not good teams. You're facing San Jose, Anaheim, and LA's pretty good, but
yeah.
still, you did what you need to do. You got back. You're, obviously still in that playoff race. You will make the playoffs. I can basically confirm that the Leafs will make the playoffs this year.
Mm-hmm.
You'd say that, right?
Well, yeah, we're what?
Still early, but
We're 2 games. We have 2 games in hand on Florida, who are what, 3 points ahead of us,
mhm.
4 points ahead of us. So we're still in the race for the division.
Yeah.
Obviously, Boston's up there, so they're obviously going to be in that race with us and Florida. So yeah, but
Not only
yeah,
that,
I feel confident that
yeah,
we'll
no,
make the playoffs
for
again.
sure. But not only that, it was a good, but also today we got a contract extension for our Willie
Yes,
Stein.
sir.
Yeah, so 8 years, annual average of 11.5. Uh, that's a lot of money. That is a lot of
It
money.
sure is.
So my buddy actually brought up. I was texting with him and he was explaining to me, and I have what he was saying to me.
Okay.
Right, who he's making more money than, and so it's not like he's a great player, but it's hard to say he's making more money than Nathan McKinnon, Pasternak, Nikita Kucherov, Crosby, uh, uh, Robertson, JT Miller, Marner,
Yeah.
Jack Hughes, Quinn Hughes, Draisaitl.
Yeah.
A lot of players.
I mean, but I feel like he deserves it this year, man.
He's
He's
playing.
top five. He's top five in points. Like
Yeah,
he deserves the money. I feel
yeah,
if he can play like this, he's still in his prime, man. He's like what, 26, 27, same age as Matthews and Marner.
yeah.
If he keeps this up, man, I feel like he deserves the money.
So by the end of his contract, he'll be in his year. So this will pretty much go till the end of his. I'd say
Yeah,
the end of his.
yeah,
I doubt he'll.
yeah. And the thing is, though, on this contract, we were talking about this earlier. I mentioned it to you. He has a no move clause.
Yeah.
So basically, this means that like if the Leafs are looking to trade someone, they can't give away Nylander.
Yeah.
So he's gonna be yeah. So that's also, it's a good thing, but also a bad thing because he has a lot of money on the contract, right? So if they want to get rid of him, they can. But that's a good thing, for the Leafs. He'll be here for 8 years confirmed, unless something radical happens, which probably won't.
Yeah.
But yeah, like he said, like he called it earlier today in a press conference, like this is family. Obviously, he's gonna say it's family if he's getting 11 mil a year. But like,
It's a great family. Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, but like, yeah, I feel like it's deserved. Obviously, he's getting loads of money, but like this year, he's playing lights out.
And they're saying
So
that.
I feel
Yeah. No, it's most likely that also like Tavares will like re-sign as well. Most likely.
that's
You
see,
don't think he
with this
will? I saw a
contract, I'm
report.
kind of I'm kind of worried about cap space, and we're putting like 40 mil into 4 guys, man.
Yeah. I
It's a
mean,
lot of money for
they're
4 guys.
like
That's like half our salary cap.
yeah, I know. Well, because
Mhm.
that's the thing, so there's a portion of that that needs to go into defense as well. Not saying I don't think that's as much of an like it is an issue for the Leafs. Like there are teams with much better defensive core than the Leafs, but I still think with the core that you have, your good core of Matthews, Marner, Tavares, and Nylander, and even Riley, is
Yeah,
it's uh, there's not as much worry because they score so many goals that you just don't have to worry, and you just have to. You can do trades is one thing that a lot of the time we will do to get good defensemen like McCabe. That was one of the best. That was a really good like
yeah,
trade last year, and
yeah,
Bogdano's been a great signing. He's a smart player. Uh,
yeah,
like it's just it's when people get injured and you don't have anybody to come up
yeah.
That's shitty for you.
Like I was gonna mention, also Marner is looking to he's at the end of his contract as well,
When?
up until July 1st. That's when he becomes a free agent. So he's probably gonna get yeah. Because he had a 4-year deal, and I remember I was in grade 11. So yeah, so this is probably this is last year on his contract. So he's probably looking to get more than Nylander. He's probably looking at like 12,
He's been
13 mil.
consistently better than Nylander. Like if you look at overall from the year, he's like almost
Yeah, of course.
you know, but
Almost, yeah. He had what, 99 points last year? He's a
in
100-point
97
player, right?
yeah. So
Yeah. So I mean, it's gonna be tough trying to pay Marner. Like obviously they're gonna pay him because I think he's probably like he's obviously one of the more valuable guys on the team, and he creates the most chances for the offense. So I feel like they're gonna give him whatever he wants because he's from here. He's from
Markham.
yeah, he's from Markham, right? So he's local boy. He obviously, I don't think he wants to leave anywhere as well. I feel like he wants to stay here.
Yeah.
So yeah, I feel like they're gonna have to pay Marner, but like with Tavares, I think it's gonna be tough to try and keep him
I think your
and
best bet. No,
and
I
pay
think
him.
your best bet is probably once his contract is done. You know,
I
part
think we gotta let him go. I think we might have to let him go.
old man too. It's like the only reason I think it would be keeping him is just for like and just like to be nice to him almost. It'd just be like
Yeah,
you signed with us for a long time. It's like people love you here. I mean, some people do. Some people hate Tavares, but I think most Leaf fans would say that.
no,
Like,
I don't think any Leaf fan hates Tavares.
I don't think so. What
I
I've
think Islanders fans hate
slowed down.
Tavares. Islanders
I
fans hate Tavares.
hate him. It's more of a just like
I
a notice of like how he's not as good. Obviously, he's not as good as he.
Yeah, like I feel like if we do end up letting him go, like it has to be like after this year because like he's not going to be worth as much in the next couple of years because he's getting up in age, right? So
Yeah,
I feel like they need to, if they want to let him go, it's going to have to be sooner rather than later.
yeah, no, you're right. All right, well, let's get into game one against the Kings, which was again great
Yep.
game, 3-0. We gotta give our props to Martin Jones this week.
Yes.
Yeah, I
Very
might
much.
be a spoiler for player of the week, but for me, but man, he was great this week. Yeah, came in clutch because again, the game against the Kings, great. You got Kelly Yarncroke with a goal and Nylander with two. Just up
Yep.
and down. You think after that, like he waited a couple games. He's like, let me score a couple goals and then make my value go up a little bit higher.
Oh, no, I feel like his value's been going up and up and
Oh,
up the whole year.
yeah.
I feel like he was like an 8-9 mil player at the beginning. And as soon as he's been playing up to this level, it's been going up. Like it's been going up and up because he wants that contract extension. He wants the money.
More
He's
money.
playing like he wants the money, dude.
He's doing
But
he's
yeah,
Judge, bro, because Judge was like at the beginning of his
yeah,
season, declined a contract with the Yankees and then hit 62 home runs and then like, all right, now give me 40 million annual average.
yeah,
So
yeah,
which is wild.
yeah. Breaks the AL record. Yep, give me my money.
Crazy. Yeah, no, good thinking by him. Good betting on himself. But yeah,
Yeah,
Tim Nylander's betting on himself because I bet you they probably tried getting a deal at the beginning of the year, and then he's like, "Nah, just wait, just let me cook."
yeah,
But yeah, and then game two, I mean, I was gonna say that was like a Jays game where the offense sucked, but the defense is insane. The goaltending, which can parallel with
yeah,
pitching, was incredible that game as well. What do you think?
yeah.
Again,
Well, I feel like I don't think the offense was bad. I think the offense was they had what 60 shots on him.
yeah, that was what I was gonna say. None of them were going in. Yeah. So
Yeah, it's because Dostal, the backup for
yeah.
Anaheim, was on fire. Like he was the star of the game, regardless of if they won or lost. Like in
Yeah.
my opinion,
No
he
fair.
was playing. He was playing amazing. He was making great stops. Yeah, it was. I have the side here. They had 50 shots before scoring one, and I'm pretty sure they had over 100 like shot chances. Like they didn't hit the net, but like together, like
Oh,
missed the net and hit the net. think it was like over 100 shot attempts. There you go, shot attempts. Over 100 shot attempts. Ridiculous. And this guy, early in the year, this guy gave up 8 to Colorado, I think in like October, November. And you see this guy come out and just go lights out playing against one of the best offenses in the league. So props to Dostal. I'll give him honorable mention for player of the week that wasn't on the Leafs. So I give him just for that one game, he was incredible.
Yeah.
Got to give props to him.
Yeah.
I wanted to mention from the Kings game, there was a moment in the game where Tyler Bertuzzi gave a pass to I think when Nylander scored, no glove on, just gives it. He's kind of like that. He's the epitome of an NHL player who dresses like a beer leaguer. Have you seen his tape job on the top of his stick?
So
he puts a little line. He has no cap on the top of his stick. He puts a little line over top of it, and that's it.
Oh, and he's a funny looking player too. Like
he looks like a duster.
Yeah.
Oh my god, but he plays so well, man.
He's also got the and then he's got the neck guard, which was smart idea.
Yep, safety first. Safety first, man.
You know, it's funny. I would not expect him as a guy to put on a neck guard. That's
why I'm saying he's dust, because everyone looks cool. They don't have the neck guard on. But see, he's got the neck guard on. He doesn't have a tape job. Yeah. He's playing with one glove on. He's the epitome of a beer leaguer in the NHL. Yeah. He's like the closest thing to a beer leaguer. Obviously, his play is not a beer leaguer because he's a stud.
You know, but like, is aside from like the fighting, I guess, is like Bobby Clark, like from the Flyers. Back in the day, they give off that same vibe.
Broad Street Bullies.
Same with like, you know, because they got the missing tooth and
He's
got the 2 front teeth missing as well.
There you go. There's another.
But yeah, no, for sure.
Thing.
Yeah, he's been playing better too as of lately. He's been a great pass, you know. But yeah, no, you're right. Yeah. But yeah, no, and then what else? Yeah, no, 57 shot. That was 57 shots to 26 shots that game. Matthews scored his 30th goal, and Tavares scored, so that was sick to see.
Yeah, and the overtime, Marner and Matthews were dominating, man.
Yeah,
like that last shift that they had, they were on twice. They had at the beginning, but they didn't really do much. But the last shift that they had, they were fucking flying out there. Riley was helping out too when he was on the ice. I also wanted to mention like that Ducks goal. You can't blame that on Jones. That was like a penalty kill, like a shorthanded goal. It was wide open net for Vetrano. Like, whatever, man. That was like the only. I forgot how the San Jose goal went in, but like he's been like Martin Jones was incredible this week.
I think it was the same thing. It was like he was
like a tap in or something.
It was just attack. Like he got completely attacked. Like it is like passing like crazy in front of him. It's like no defense. But it was good to see. What do you predict Matthews, like how many goals he has by the end of the season?
Okay, so what does he have? 30 now?
30, yeah.
Yeah. I think you'll reach 60.
I think he'll reach
60. I think you'll get like 61.
We're still before the halfway point, but you know, you see that happen to a lot of players. Like he might slow down a little bit, you know?
Oh yeah, he has slowed down a little bit.
He's
right.
He's up and down, you know.
He has like a 4-game streak where he scores like at least a goal a game, and then like he slows down 4 games. But like those 4 games that he scores everything, it's like a 2-goal game. So he makes up for those games that he doesn't score, right?
Assists or something like that. But yeah, I could see. Who was the last player to score 70? Was it like Ovechkin?
I think so.
Yeah, like because I'm thinking like the last player to score 70. That'd be sick. That'd be awesome.
I know 60.
Well, McDavid scored.
Pasternak had 60 last year. Yeah, Ovechkin had 6. No. Last player to score 70. That was I put 60. Alexander McGillney, 1992-93. Had 76. Wow. Teemu Selanne had 76, 92-93. Rookie year. Now that is a feat that will never be broken.
No.
That will never be broken. Yeah. So last player to score 70, Alexander McGillney and Solani, 92-93.
Was that the dude that was on?
Great hockey year.
Was that the
Obviously, I
dude that was
wasn't
on the
alive, but
Jets?
great hockey year.
The rookie guy, was he on the Jets that year? Or what team?
Ooh, Solani?
The guy that scored 76. You
Oh,
said.
McGillney. Oh, no, he was on Buffalo.
Okay, yeah.
The Sabres. Yeah, Sabres were solid that year. They had I'm pretty sure Dave Anderchuk was still in the Sabres.
Hmm.
Pat LaFontaine, he was incredible that year. I'm pretty sure he was runner up of the Hart to I think Lemieux was lights out that year as well.
Of course, always.
Sneaky 70 goal scorer Bernie Nichols for the Kings, 88-89.
Damn.
70 goals, 80 assists, 150 points. Now that is a sneaky 70 goal scorer that you will never hear about.
Hmm. Yeah.
Mainly here, Gretzky, Lemieux, Brett Hall did it 3 times. Curry did it once. Yari Curry on the Oilers.
Hmm.
But yeah, it's a rarity for someone to score 70. So
Yeah, you
I
don't.
feel like it's going to be tough. Obviously he's not.
I don't think.
Matthews is not. No, he won't reach 70. But there was a point at the beginning of the season where he was on track to reach that. But
Yeah,
I think he'll get close. I think he'll reach. I think he'll just get over that 60 mark again.
I think you're right. I think he'll hit like 62. I think I'm.
Yeah.
You'll probably say the same thing, but yeah,
Mhm.
I think he'll do that. And then,
Mhm.
but game 3, even better. San Jose you're beating San Jose. You need to beat San Jose.
Has to be a win.
Yeah,
Has to be.
Nylander with 2 goals, Mitch Marner and Kelly Yarncroke all scoring.
Yeah.
It was it was another great game. You can't complain. Cannot complain at all.
I wasn't there to watch the game because I was at the Travis Scott concert,
Oh yeah.
which was incredible.
Yeah.
But I watched the highlights after, and yeah, solid performance. I was just based
and
off the highlights. They look pretty strong out there.
Guy Jones, he's playing great right now as well. I have his numbers.
I was thinking like, Jones has been on this streak lately. He's out west in Cali where he used to play for the Sharks. I
Yeah.
feel like he's got like a side ting out there. He's had like a former baddie in Southern California. He's been linking with her, for the past week,
You
known her
think
for
so?
a couple of years. He's
That's
like,
why he's
let's
playing
link
so
up.
well?
That's why he's playing so well, man. I think let's hope that continues. Maybe she flew out with him to Toronto back for the home stretch here.
We'll see.
You never know, man. Hopefully she comes out because that might be the difference here for the Leafs in the dog days of the season.
Got a 2.0 goals against average.
Yeah, and I think in the last 3 games he got the second star of the week in the NHL this weekend. He had a 0.6. He was like a 0.66 ERA. Not ERA. What am I saying? Goals against average.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's been lights out.
It's like the same.
And the two goals basically the same thing. Yeah. The 2 goals he let up were fucking softies.
Yeah.
They weren't like he should have saved those goals, right?
Great,
yeah, so he's been playing lights out, man. Props to him.
And then we also got so Nylander with a great game as well. Just to help that extra.
I think that was the exclamation point on that contract extension. He was already rumored to get that 11 mil. Elliot Friedman was tweeting that out the whole weekend. Yeah, I feel like that performance was like, yep, you're getting the contract, buddy. Here's your 11.5 mil.
It was originally 11 mil, and they're just like, all right, let's add that little 5.
Let's add another 500K each year
in there and call it a day. But no, what a week for the content game for us bleeding blue guys right here.
So who's your player of the week for the Leafs? Obviously, we didn't do one last week because they played like shite. But this one, there's multiple answers that you can give.
I'm gonna go Marty Jones for that. Like that was
okay. Yeah.
2 goal he played fantastic. You can't say anything else about it. He was, and also going back to back too, and only allowing 1 goal.
Yeah. Sensational, man.
Congrats.
I obviously have Marty Jones down here, but I got to give it to Benoit. Simone Benoit. He was kind of like that shining star, but like he was kind of like off to the side defensively. I kind of like these defensive guys stepping up. Benoit has been that guy. He's playing physical every game, man. Every game he's laying the body, man. He's getting physical with the guys. He's chirping the other team consistently. He's getting in their heads. You know, that's what I like to see. Like rarely any Leaf guys do that. Kind of Ryan Reeves was kind of doing that a little bit at the beginning of the season. Not really, but you know, because he's a slow fuck. But
Yeah.
Benoit, he's a younger guy. He's making big hits. He's making plays on the defensive end. I got to give him props as well. He's been solid this week.
No, you're right.
Yeah.
Congrats to him. All right. Well, so we don't really have any Jays news. There is not much that happened.
No, not really.
Anything?
But a Jays player, former Jays player,
Yeah. Okay.
did get
I
signed.
was gonna say
We can
that.
talk about that.
Exact same thing. So Teoscar Hernandez to the Dodgers, 23.5 mil on a 1-year contract. And 8.5 of that, 8.5.
Fuck the Dodgers.
Yeah, if you're watching on YouTube, you just got flipped off by both Ryans right there. So I mean, Teoscar, it's you know you can't really
I can't blame the guy. Get your bread, bro. Get your bread. But
get
fuck the
your
Dodgers.
8.5. It's such a weird deal because I would have thought for sure he would have been a multi-year contract guy, like gotten like 3 or 4 years. Because he is I could see him getting 4 years. He's not. He's only 30 years old, so he'd be through.
Yeah, he's relatively young for a baseball player. So
yeah, and so he's got he's gonna help out that Dodgers team for sure. It's like one of the easiest places to play, you know, and it's quite hitter friendly. It is hitter friendly, and he goes
100%.
all over the field. He goes, you know, center, right center, right field, you know, pulling the ball too. But 8.5 of that, he pulled an Ohtani, like a mini Ohtani, with 8.5 will be paid out through 2030 and 2039. I mean, what the fuck?
What?
Yeah.
So through those 9 years, he's getting paid 8.
So
But the first year he's getting paid
15.
Okay, and then there's a gap of like him not getting paid,
So
and then
after he'll get that, it's part of that money will go to 2030 to 2039 when I don't even think he'll be playing. I doubt he'll be playing.
So he's getting like 900K a year during that period. Around there.
Yeah.
That's crazy, man.
So I mean, yeah.
I mean, good for him, man. Good for him.
Good for him.
I don't blame him, man. He's living in LA, you know, hot weather.
That would be,
you know, obviously Martin Jones, he knows the baddies over there. Teoscar kind of.
Teoscar's got a wife.
Oh, really? Oh shit. Okay. All right. So, but yeah, still like LA is a good sports town, obviously. Dodgers. He's gonna be playing with fucking Ohtani, Freeman, Betts. He's obviously got a fucking all-star team. So
he's got obviously protection on that lineup. Like,
yep. So
they've got players coming back like Gavin Lux, who's good, and Max.
Oh yeah,
going to be hitting, you know,
solid
3 home runs.
Yeah, no biggie. You know,
yeah,
he's just like the most mid player on the Dodgers, even though the power they have is ridiculous.
Yeah, no, they got a good power, but I think the Jays are going to sign. They're going to sign DH.
They better sign someone
soon. I think
before all of them go.
There's 4 that I think one of them we will get. So it'll either be JD Martinez, Jorge Soler, Jock Peterson, or Justin Turner. That's who I think out of the DHs.
Really? So you think Bellinger's out of it? Think Bellinger's out of the signing talk?
I'm done with Bellinger. I don't think it's like
it is taking very long for that to happen.
Scott Boras Klein, and Scott Boras is gonna want like 8 years, something like that. And
oh, really?
Yeah, close to that.
Okay.
So I don't know.
I don't know about JD, but I like Soler. I like Soler a lot. Soler and Justin Turner. I had Justin Turner first episode. I had Justin Turner as the sleeper pick. That was my wild card pick, man. I told you from the beginning.
We'll see what
Justin Turner would be a good pickup if Chapman doesn't resign. So I like Justin Turner and Soler.
Fair enough.
Peterson, I wouldn't mind. JD Martinez, I also wouldn't mind, but I feel like that's the lower end of the choices that you made.
Fair enough. All right. Movie of the week.
Yep.
Let's do it. All right. You want me to go first?
Did you go first last time? I can't remember.
I think I did. I don't know. Did I?
I'll go first this time. I'll go
You
first this time.
Okay. Yeah.
All right. So on my letterbox, this is a 5-star. It's a 5-star movie. So I'm giving you a banger this week, viewers. Not relatively old, not that old. I think it's like less than 40 years old. Akira Kurosawa, legendary director,
Yeah.
made Seven Samurai, and this movie right here called Ran.
Okay.
Movie is called Ran. It is based off Shakespeare's King Lear. Basically, there are three sons, and they're taking over the king's reigns. And I won't go into the story too much, but if you have read the play or did it in high school, grade 12 class, you will know what you know what I'm talking about. But instead of old English dudes, it is samurais, and it is badass. And I hate Shakespeare. I hated it in high school, but I'm like, my dad's like, you know what, give this a go. I think you'll like it. It's one of those dad movies where he's like, I think you'll like it. I watched it, and it did not disappoint. Badass, emotional, great action scenes, very colorful, bright, beautiful scenery. Just Kurosawa did his thing on this movie, man. It was amazing. Did not disappoint. I think it's about 2.5 hours, a little bit on the longer side, but it does not feel like 2 hours, man. It is a masterpiece. Give it a go.
Okay. All right.
Give it a go.
Sounds good. For me, I did so with awards week. We just had the Golden Globes, and a film that definitely got some Golden Globe praise when it was released. I don't know how, I wouldn't say most people I talked to have not seen this movie. I know my parents haven't seen it, or if they did, they saw it a long, long time ago. But this film, I loved. I saw this when I was in a film class, not anything in university, in high school actually. It was called Dances with Wolves. Kevin Costner. Have you seen it?
I've seen bits and pieces.
Bits and pieces.
But I know it is a good movie.
It is like a better version of Avatar. Basically the same plot, but way. So Avatar basically kind of just ripped off the idea of Dances with Wolves, where it follows this soldier who is played by Kevin Costner, who asks to be shipped out to into an area that is going to be taken and used as land, which is which is being lived on by First Nation people in the USA, and it's during the Civil War era. And it's just a beautiful historical epic film. It's one of those films like Lawrence of Arabia, Braveheart. They're just an absolute epic film. So I definitely recommend it. It's a great story, very interesting. It's very, you have this very extremely escapist sort of feel to it. You're involved in the film, and yeah, no, it's a really good film. Long. It's long, but it's an epic one for sure.
Yeah. The only reason why I don't dislike the film, the only reason why I kind of don't like I kind of discredit it is because it took away the Oscar from Goodfellas. Because it was the same year as Goodfellas. That was Scorsese's year to win Best Picture. That's to me, that's his masterpiece. That's the best movie he's ever made. Ray Liotta, Robert De Niro should have won the Oscars. Should win the Oscar, but Robert De Niro was in the same category as Joe Pesci, who did win it. But I feel like that was Martin Scorsese's year to win it, and just because I feel like Kevin Costner is his first directed movie, it's
you thought they might.
I felt like it was kind of like Oscar bait. The Oscar owners took it away from him.
I think it's a really good.
Yeah. Obviously, Goodfellas is not very lighthearted, and
not an Oscar.
Not at all. And obviously, Dances Wolves is a good story. It's a good story. So they're obviously going to pick that one over a movie that's just about the mafia and drugs and shit. So
yeah.
But yeah, I like the pick too. I like the pick.
Yeah. No, for sure. All right. Yeah.
Obviously,
I
yeah,
think
we
that
won't get into that though.
I think yeah, I think that ends it for today on this episode of the Bleeding Blue podcast. But yeah, no, guys, make sure to check out all the socials we got going with Instagram, Twitter, between a ton right now. So
Yep.
ready for that, and yeah, lots of stuff. Any news that'll be happening with the Leafs, Jays, and even Bills will be posted on the Instagram. Check out the TikTok as well and the YouTube.
We will be posting some TikToks and reels this week. So stay tuned.
Stay
Stay tuned,
tuned.
everyone.
Yeah, let's blows this pod up, and yeah, we'll be making bang. Yeah,
Go Bills.
go
Go
Bills. Yeah, go
Bills. Go
Bills. Go
Bills.
Leafs. Go Jays. All right.
Yep.